Welcome everyone to our second live stream. Today we're going to be doing brackets live, and so in the features here, very commonly we have Jay Smithers. Would you like to say anything?
Hey! Oh boy, back on this crappy channel.
All right, that was a lot of insults at once, but that's how we do it. The first bracket we're doing, as you can see, is the SpongeBob SquarePants episode bracket. Josh, from looking at this bracket right now, do you see any ones that stand out to you that you feel like have a pretty good chance at winning this thing?
So, wait, should I say, or is that just going to give away, my picks? Because I definitely have a few that really do it for me.
Well, yeah, you know what? You're better off holding that back.
Alrighty. All I'm going to say, right off the bat, no spoilers, is that my winner is going to... No, just kidding. But, no, standouts for me, Fan Geeks definitely belongs at number 1. I'm a little bit surprised about Shanghai being at number 1. Not that it's bad in any means, but I feel like you could have given it to other ones. But
agreed.
And then I think my dark horse I'm predicting is going to be Dying for Pi. Don't know how that's only number 5.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's begin. We have Shanghai versus SB 129. Do you know what that episode is?
I believe so. I don't vividly remember it, but I remember not overly loving it. And Shanghai is a great one. I love the scene with the ghost ship and everything. So I'm gonna go Shanghai.
Yeah, I agree. Oops. Whatever. SB 129 is the one where Squidward goes into the future and it's all weird. I don't know. I don't feel like it's even though it was an early on episode, it's not using the true potential of SpongeBob SquarePants and the ocean world. That could have been done with any show. And the best episodes really have to do around what makes this show unique. So I think Shanghai definitely takes this one.
Yeah, also, I don't know about you, time travel really doesn't do it for me. Never been that interested, and I don't think I ever will be.
I 100% agree. Okay, for the next one, this is a really tough matchup. We have Fry Cook Games versus Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3. Josh, if you need a reminder, that's the one where Barnacle Boy goes bad and they create almost like a superhero team with SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, and Squidward.
Okay. So I'm about to make a very controversial comment that'll probably get me banned from ever featuring on this channel again. But I'm gonna keep it honest with you people. The Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes, I think, are some of the worst episodes of the whole show.
Squidward!
I mean, I know that sounds kind of harsh and probably no one agrees with me, but I find myself not really enjoying them in the slightest.
Hey, I respect your opinion. I do think this is the only good one, and notice there's only 2 up here, and this is the only one that I actually remember which one it is because the rest are awful.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think it's an awful episode, but this is an obvious no-brainer. Fry Cook Games. I'm gonna do an FCG.
Same here. I'm going Fry Cook.
Sorry if my handwriting looks weird and where my arm is coming from. This is on the wall, so it's kind of awkward, but we do what we do. All right.
Yeah, we make it work on this channel. That's what it's all about.
All right, Krusty Krab training video versus One Krab's trash. This is kind of obvious, in my opinion. The Krusty Krab training video is just such a... It definitely stands out because it's not the same format, but the comedy and used in that, they really just like, it was just bit after bit, and it was just quite an enjoyable experience. It's gonna be Krusty Krab training video for me.
Would you mind? I think I know what I'm gonna pick. I agree with everything you just said, but would you mind refreshing my memory on what One Crab's Trash was about? Was that where he loses a dollar bill or something?
Yeah, no, when they take his mattress away. I don't, and like then he goes insane, which is actually a very good episode in my opinion. I think there's some really good Squidward, SpongeBob, but I think that Krusty Krab training video is still better.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going Krusty Krab training. I think that's a really underrated one and one of the funniest of the show.
All right, next is Fun versus Club SpongeBob. All right, here's another maybe underrated opinion. I think Fun is the definition of can'ts. I think that the only funny part about it is Plankton, and that's like because Plankton hadn't been in much episodes yet. This was really our first, like one of our first interactions with him in like a different perspective. But other than that, I just don't think it's that great. It's kind of weak in SpongeBob comedy elements. In the song, it sticks in your head, but is that really quality music? I don't think so.
I'm actually 100% on board with you here. I think FUN should be CANCE.
Or either AIDS.
Yeah. I don't know how they got away with putting that at number 2. I'm going Club SpongeBob. I'm really gonna expose myself here as kind of an idiot because sometimes I don't always remember what the episode's about by the title. But is Club SpongeBob the one where like they go shooting off in the tree house or whatever and land in like that kelp forest?
Yeah, with the magic conch.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's a great
one. Of my favorites. I'm definitely going Club SpongeBob.
Yeah, I just feel like Fun, good as a nursery rhyme, not great for a SpongeBob episode.
Agreed, completely agreed.
All right, we have Ripped Pants versus Squidville. This is surprisingly interesting, and I mean that because I don't really know, like, Ripped Pants is good but bad at the same time, but Squidville only has like some good parts, like canned bread, but other than that, I don't know. I don't really feel like that's enough to take her home, so I'm gonna say Ripped Pants.
I'm honestly surprised that Ripped Pants is a number 1 seed because it's such an early. Isn't that like one of the first few episodes?
Yeah, it's definitely season 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ripped Pants as well, just because it does have like that nostalgic old school SpongeBob vibe, and I like the setting where they're like on the beach with Larry and everything, because you don't really get to see that too often. So I'm going Ripped Pants, and I like it, but I am surprised that it's a number 1 seed.
Yeah. Just to clarify, there are some episodes that I think should be up there that I'm not seeing. So
Right.
I did not make this, so I'm sorry if one of your favorites is not up here. I'm not even sure that my favorite is here, but we're about to see what our favorites are from this bracket. Okay, we have Frankendoodle and Just One Bite. Frankendoodle's a classic, but I don't even feel it's a no-brainer.
Really, because I was just about to say that this is actually one of the toughest ones for me in the whole bracket.
See, this is why we have another guest on the stream to bring a different perspective to everything. This is what we love.
Exactly, and this is why Halibut paid me to come on here and disagree with everything he said to make things more dramatic. Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
No, you were.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, that's definitely not what happened. They're either just so hard. They're both so good. Just One Bite, I feel like it is the better episode, but Frankendoodle is like so like stupidly funny, and without getting into it now, it like something happened to me in real life that was like straight out of that episode, so like it has more meaning to me. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go Frankendoodle.
That's I don't want to hear that again. I understand you were supposed to have like different opinions, but I don't like you. That I think that's where the bottom line is here.
I wasn't supposed to have different opinions until like the next round.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. It's whatever.
We'll make it work.
Yeah. All right, we got No Weenies Allowed versus Bubble Stand. Now, these are both prime SpongeBob episodes, but there's a problem with Bubble Stand, and that's going to make it fall here. I do think it would beat a lot of other ones I see here, but it had a bad matchup from the beginning. I don't like Patrick in that one that much. Once again, I think the strongest part of SpongeBob is the dynamic between SpongeBob and Squidward, and that's in there, but Patrick in some situations destroys that, and I think in that episode, he didn't destroy it, but it definitely damaged what could have been a potentially great episode, or one of the best if Patrick wasn't in it. So I'm going to say No Weenies Allowed. I don't feel like I need to say anything about the episode because I'm pretty sure it's going to be making it pretty far.
Yeah, Bubble Stand is a good example of an episode that was so early on that it wasn't that... You know how most shows, when they're first getting started, like the first few episodes, they're good, but they're nothing special. I feel like Bubble Stand falls into that category.
I feel like it's a decent... Like, I'll rewatch that one. I'll choose that episode, but it didn't have... I agree that it doesn't have what makes SpongeBob is special yet. They haven't found that yet.
Right.
All right, Chocolate with Nuts versus Sandy, SpongeBob and the Worm. This Sandy, SpongeBob and the Worm is like an episode like, it was in prime SpongeBob time, but that's all really it had. Like, there really isn't great comedy other than what SpongeBob was so good at that time. Like, other than that, it really wasn't anything special. And if it was made now, I would think it's one of the worst episodes ever. So I'm going to Chocolate with Nuts is an obvious no-brainer.
This is a no-brainer for me. Chocolate with Nuts is easily in my top 3, if not number 1, actually.
All right, we are moving on the other side of the bracket. And I'm also moving. We have Band Geeks. We have Band Geeks versus the Great Snail Race. Here we have this is a close one, and whoever dies today doesn't deserve to die this early. But boy, do they hit you with a rock in the beginning! Wouldn't you agree?
Not to be a jerk, but no, not at all. Band Geeks didn't even have to think about it.
Really? Because Band Geeks is great, but it's not the best episode in my opinion. But I do think it will win this one because the Great Snail Race has some problems, but overall I think it's a really great episode. But you know what? What are you going to do? All right, this one doesn't need to be discussed. We already talked about how much we hate them boys. Wet Painters.
Yeah, Wet Painters is such a good episode. It's like the essence of SpongeBob.
Honestly, at that time, there was such great matchups. Like, Wet Painters and the Krusty Krab training video were in the same... Like, they came together. Like, they play the first one, then a commercial, then that one. Like, what a prime 30 minutes of television.
Right?
All right, Idiot Box versus Bubble Boy. This might be a shock, but I think, or Bubble Buddy. Sorry, Bubble Buddy is great, but I think Idiot Box is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I don't think that's that shocking. I'm definitely going Idiot Box.
It feels weird just like passing over some episodes like they're nothing, even though I don't feel that, but like just when they're compared it against one thing, it kind of feels like that.
Yeah, and even the episodes that are losing so early on are still such good episodes.
Formerly the what? Sorry. This is live, by the way.
Yeah, we can tell.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the camping episode versus Help Wanted. Help Wanted was the first episode, and like what Josh said, they aren't great in the beginning, and that applies right here. Camping is gonna have to win this one.
Agree with what you just said. And even if Help Wanted was an amazing episode, the camping episode still wins for me because of the sea bear scene.
It's the best. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. Pizza delivery versus new student starfish. This hurts so much. I mean, you go. I want to see what you think.
New student starfish is the one where Patrick starts boating school and gets SpongeBob in trouble, right?
Yep.
So pizza delivery is an exception to the rule. That was a pretty early episode, wasn't it?
Yes.
And yet it's one of the best, and actually I think it's generally considered the best episode of the whole show. So it's definitely an exception to the rule that the earlier episodes weren't great. New Student Starfish is a great episode, but Pizza Delivery just has that extra little pizzazz that just makes it so great.
I agree. I think New Student Starfish is like amazing, but there's some parts of it that are great, and Pizza Delivery is just like, what an enjoyable watching experience, putting SpongeBob and Squidward on even ground.
So many iconic scenes too.
Yeah, I think that's really what made that show become what it is today. That was the turning point.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, Rock Bottom versus Dying for Pie. Another big doggy wagon battle.
Man, this is a tough one.
Not gonna lie, I'm definitely having it's been a lot more close on this right side.
Agreed.
But I'm gonna have to say that this is Dying for Pie. I think Rock Bottom's great. Once again, another early one, but I don't think it's gonna survive that long because it's chasing against Dying for Pie. What a great way to stick Mr. Krabs. Like Mr. Krabs is so great in that episode, and of course SpongeBob and Squidward. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, Rock Bottom is a great episode. I like how it's like creepy episode too. But Dying for Pie is one of my favorites. Like, I think if I had to come up with a top three, you probably could have already guessed it, but it'd be like Chocolate with Nuts, Fan Geeks, and Dying for Pie. Dying for Pie just is like the essence of SpongeBob and Squidward's relationship, which is the essence of the show. So, and I love Mr. Krabs' line when he's like, it's like my favorite line in the show is when he's like, "The boy cried you a sweater of tears," and you kill him.
Yeah. All right, we got Survival of the Idiots and Squilliam Returns. Honestly, this is I gotta go Squilliam Returns, but that was a tough one. But for some reason, I feel like I had already done this, or I already had done this battle for some reason. I don't know.
Really?
Well, not actually, but I feel like I had already made a decision just by looking at them, even though I think it's one of the closest ones here.
So, this is a weird matchup for me, because I think that Survival of the Idiots is overrated, and I also have no idea what Squilliam Returns even is.
Okay, that's the one where, like, Squilliam confronts, like, Squidward, and he says, like, here are fry cooks, so then they change the Krusty Krab to make it, like, a fancy restaurant, and, like, he changes SpongeBob, so, like, he doesn't even have a mind of his own, he's just, like, a perfect waiter.
Oh my gosh, definitely Squilliam Returns.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Oh, this is I already know this one, but I just want to say respects to Wormy, because that's a really good episode. It's very unique, but we're talking about SpongeBob, and Graveyard Shift is amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Graveyard Shift is a great one. I like the creepy vibe that you have in Rock Bottom. Definitely Graveyard Shift.
All right, we've gone past the first stage, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to pick it up here because we have another bracket, and we're already, what are we at here? We're already at 21 minutes.
Also, I don't think we've been stupid enough, so let's start getting stupid.
All right, you dog.
All right, cool, stupid dummy.
All right, you're just gonna say everything you've said before, you rotten tomato.
Birds.
All right, you heard the man. Whenever he gives you that request, we give it to him. All right, we got Shanghai Diddly-Eyed versus the Fry Cook Games. Shanghai is good, but Fry Cook Games is just definitely better.
I also have the same matchup, and I'm actually going Shanghai.
Are you killing my dog right now? That doesn't even make any sense. Shanghai, like, the Flying Dutchman's character is good, but does it really deserve to beat the Fry Cook Games? Do you even know what the Fry Cook Games is?
Well, someone didn't eat their Wheaties this morning. Yes, actually. I do know what the Fried Cook Games is, and that's the exact reason I ain't picking it.
Well, you know what? Good thing I have my own bracket, because if we had to agree on the same one, we'd be here for hours.
Yeah, we would just rip it up, and it's not even worth it.
All right. I have Krusty Krab training video versus Club SpongeBob.
I have the same. Wow. This is a tough one.
Once again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sometimes Patrick ruins an episode, and I don't actually mean ruin, but definitely damages the overall episode, and I think that plays in Club SpongeBob. Krusty Krab training video is going to have to take it for me.
I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Oh my gosh.
Simply doesn't work. Wow. They're so different. Because Krusty Krab training video is unlike any other episode.
Agreed.
I love both, and my answer might change on a day-to-day basis. But if I had to watch one of them right now, I'd go with Krusty Krab training video.
Well, that's a great way of thinking of it. Definitely not accurate or anything good, but sure.
But it's great.
All right, next we have Ripped Pants versus Just One Bite. Easy, Just One Bite.
I would have chosen that as well. Have that been my matchup. My matchup is Ripped Pants versus Frankendoodle, and I'm going Frankendoodle.
I still can't believe that. What do you live on, a rock? You live on the highway?
The BQE! I think you're a bit ignorant about doodles.
Okay. I understand you might enjoy hearing, but I think we can do better than that. We're a little more classy than that. Or at least I am.
I like my Helen Keller.
All right, we have No Weenies Allowed versus Chocolate with Nuts. boy, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to let you go first on this one.
Alright, well, you're not gonna have much time to think because this is a no-brainer for me. Going chalky with nuts.
Okay, so here's the deal. SpongeBob is definitely not the best character, but boy, do I enjoy and love him in that episode of No Weenies Allowed. There's no other character other than Patrick who's in it a little. It's all him, and boy, is it great. It's got to be No Weenies Allowed. I think chocolate with nuts is great, but, I don't want no weenies. I'm not allowing them.
Well, I can certainly get behind you on that one. I also believe weenies.
Well, I mean, you can't get behind that one because you have the completely different thing.
Right. So, just forget what I said.
I feel like this next matchup is going to be another area where we split parts. Band Geeks versus Wet Painters. Hate to say it, but not necessarily a no-brainer, but a quick decision, Wet Painters.
Wow. This is a toughie for me because even though I said Band Geeks was in my top 3, now, given that it's up against Wet Painters, I'm second-guessing myself.
I have the guts to say that I think they're so even that it really, I feel like they have the same, they're, exactly the same amount. If I had to rate it, at a 1 out of 10, they'd be, the exact, 8, a 9.6.
Right.
I feel like they're both the same rating, so I really have to go with what I'm feeling. If you asked me to watch one episode right now, I'd say Wet Painters out of those two. So that's why I made that decision. But I'm just thinking about it now. Band Geeks is truly an amazing one.
I think that was very well put. I agree with what you just said. Also, the thing about SpongeBob is you could ask anyone to name their top 15 in order, and no matter what the order it is, they're not wrong because SpongeBob has so many great episodes.
In one of their episodes, then I don't know if we'll let them slide.
That's true. They're gonna be beaten, but
okay, I never said beaten. Never said beaten. Easy, buddy.
We don't want to get demonetized. Alright, I know I have to speed this up because it's a video, so I just have to make a decision. And I have to go Band Geeks, but it hurts.
Well, I agree with your decision, except I had the exact opposite.
So in a way, you don't.
I don't think in a way. I think I'm just glad you made your decision.
Okay, I get it.
All right. Idiot Box versus the camping episode. Once again, another battle. I feel that Idiot Box might have better moments, but the camping episode is just one of those episodes where you're just there's not a break of not finding something funny, and I think that's why camping's gonna have to win it for me, even though I do think there are funnier parts in Idiot Box.
Idiot Box is the one where they're making sounds in the box and stuff, right?
Yeah. And
God.
then when Squidward touches it and there's an avalanche and they're like, ah! Ah!
Oh, that's such a good one. I'm gonna have to go Idiot Box.
All right, pizza delivery versus dime for pie. Gosh, these are brutal.
I know.
I'm not.
So, brief side note. So, I'm doing text box on my computer, and instead of typing the whole episode name, I've been abbreviating. So, in the last matchup, the next matchup is going to be Geeks versus Idiot.
That's great.
There's 10 seconds of your life you ain't getting back, folks.
Yeah, that's probably every second we have here. All right. Where are we at here? Sorry. I think just SpongeBob and Squidward are too powerful that they would even beat your boy Dying Pie.
I'm gonna go Dying for Pie on this one, but Pizza Delivery holds up against almost any other episode. That really was a tough matchup.
All right, William Returns versus Graveyard Shift. Honestly, these are great episodes. I don't know if I've seen them recently, so like they don't look that appealing to me in like the head. So it's kind of hard, but I think overall Graveyard Shift is gonna have to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Graveyard Shift as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going through this. Well, not quickly, but we're almost done.
Is this the quarters?
Yes. Okay, so I have Fried Cook Games versus Krusty Krab training video. What do you have?
I have Shanghai versus Krusty Krab training video.
Call me a dog, but I see a bird.
Oh, call me a Burns, but I see a Smithers getting dressed.
I honestly don't know where to go with this one.
I know.
I think I'm gonna go Fried Cook Games. I think I just need to make a decision, or I'll be dangling on this. You know, it's one of those things you ask me any other day, but I think Fried Cook Games has some really great parts in it, and well, obviously they both do, but Krusty Krab training video has some dull parts. And I feel like Fried Cook Games is just an enjoyable viewing experience.
Okay, I respect it. Personally, I'm going Krusty Krab training video over Shanghai. Shanghai had a good run, but it's come to an end.
I was about to say, if Shanghai beat Krusty Krab training video, I would have ended the stream right there.
Oh, I should have done it. Could have gotten out of here a little early.
All right, we have Just One Bite. Well, this is me. Just One Bite versus No Weenies Allowed. Gosh, I'm gonna have diarrhea after this one.
Wow, we're really different on this one. I got Frankendoodle versus Chocolate with Nuts.
I don't know where to start.
Neither do I.
Gosh, this bracket hurts.
It really does. I don't like the feeling that I have.
Yeah, but that's every day for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's called autism.
Yeah, that can happen. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. I don't know. I don't think necessarily one's better than the other. Or maybe I just don't want to see the other one go.
Right. See, that's my problem. I know which one is a better episode. I just don't want to see the other one go.
I think I'm gonna say Just One Bite, but I'm not sure about that. But you know what? We don't want you to sit here for hours.
Yeah, I think in your matchup it has to be Just One Bite. And this brief side note has nothing to do with anything. After that we're done with this bracket, before we go into the next one, we should talk about a couple honorable mentions that weren't even on the bracket that I think could have competed.
I agree.
Alright, I need to make a decision. I have to go Chocolate with Nuts. I didn't want to see Frankendoodle go, but Chocolate with Nuts I think is a pretty clear winner.
Really? You're a big Chocolate with Nuts.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of the episode.
Not gonna lie, that didn't land well.
Yeah, I could tell. I hope. Yeah. Alright, well, you can put in some cricket noises if you want.
Nah, too much work.
Yeah, it's a live stream. What am I saying? Alright, so yeah, I got chocolate with nuts.
All right, I have Wet Painters versus the camping episode. I think I should just rename this to I'm Gonna Die Bracket.
If that was my matchup, I think there'd be a very clear winner, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to look down on you for my place of superiority.
Well, I mean, considering that you chose camping, but you had geeks, I think it's quite clear what you think. But I agree with you. I think camping.
You didn't agree with me.
Adolf the hell?
Alright, I have Band Geeks versus the Idiot Box. And I'm going to have to go Band Geeks. Idiot Immovable Object.
Are you? Wait, I just want to ask you a question. Just a question. Do you think that the camping, Band Geeks is better than the camping episode?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know,
Toilet paper.
there's a reason why they don't see your bracket, because they don't want to see that trash. Okay, we have
Oh, censorship, eh?
pizza delivery versus graveyard shift for me.
I have Dying for Pie versus Graveyard Shift.
Easy pizza delivery. I love graveyard shift, but I definitely don't think it would be in my personal top 10. Or, no, top 5, I think.
The same exact for me, except replace pizza delivery with Dying for Pie. I've already said it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. It's one of my favorites, and not much is gonna beat it.
All right, we're on to the semifinals. We have, for me, Fry Cook Games versus Just One Bite. I think this one's gonna be a quickie for me. Just One Bite. What do you have?
I have Krusty Krab training video versus chocolate with nuts.
Wow, completely different. You like to read that.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised by how different our brackets turned out. But not...
Yeah, that can happen.
I'm going to go... it's really not much of a contest. Respect to the training video, but chocolate with nuts, definitely.
Ooh, chocolate with them nuts, making it far. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I've got camping versus pizza delivery, and this is where I'm lit.
I have Band Geeks versus Dying for Pie.
We had completely different semifinals. That is extremely interesting. This is why we chose. I didn't know this would happen, but this is why we thought this would be great to live stream. We've got 3 viewers. How are you doing, everyone? Josh, would you like to say anything?
It's nice to see you guys. Comment down below in the live chat what your opinions you agree with more.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of a, well, not necessarily an event, but let's see what. I want to know. Do you comment like the chat? Do you think camping should win or pizza delivery? I'm not saying that your opinion will actually be validated, but I just like you guys to be an interactive stream.
Yeah, definitely. Also, feel free to decide between my matchup and Geeks Dying for Pie.
No, they don't care about you. I think that's the problem. They don't care.
Oh, okay then. Forget what I just said.
All right, Josh, what are you picking?
Dan Geeks Dying for Pie. Holy cow. Oh. You know?
If the ribbon fits.
I think that I might have to say...
That you invented coffee!
I think that I'm going to go with Dying for Pie.
All right, no one's saying anything in the live chat for me, so I guess it's up to me. Nice to know we have an interactive stream, but whatever.
Yeah, nice to know that you played your hand and you're really hoping for them to make the decision for you.
You know what?
They didn't fall for it.
if you're gonna be like this, then you're gonna be on more, my buddy. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah. Also, brief side note: my abbreviations have come out with the final matchup between Nuts versus Dying.
That sounds good. What is the question? Keen says. The question is, do you think I should do camping moves on or pizza delivery? Please answer this question.
I think you should answer before anyone else does, because then it's going to make it look like it's not your decision.
All right, then I got to do it quick. I'm going to say pizza delivery. I'm just saying it, but I'd like to see what you have to say. But I think I'm doing pizza delivery. Never mind, I'm doing camping.
Really?
I think camping is a gem. Even though it isn't hidden, it's a gem. Ooh, Keen says pizza delivery. Well, that's a shame.
Going with camping episode.
All right, we both have our finals. You say yours, and then I'll say mine.
Chocolate with Nuts versus Dying for Pie.
Mine is just one bite versus the camping episode.
Wow.
This one, surprisingly, out of the best episodes, this is the easiest one.
Really? I'm glad you're finding it easy, buddy.
C for camping video. Just one bite is great, but to be honest, it had a pretty easy road other than no weenies allowed. And other than that, it really breezed through. But when on the right side, we had tough competition. Then when it faced against the winner of that brutal battle to the right, it had no chance.
Interesting. I respect that you chose one that's not really widely talked about as the best episode. As far as I go, I feel like I could go either way, but at the same time, I feel myself leaning towards one, so I just have to follow my heart and say that Chocolate with Nuts is the best SpongeBob episode.
Wow, I had Chocolate with Nuts dying quickly. I think you had camping dying on the same round as, or being eliminated rather, as I did with Chocolate with Nuts. So we really have different and unique opinions. This is why you're here, Josh. No other reason. I mean, Jay Smithers.
Yeah, it's not like the fact that you enjoy me and love me definitely isn't even a reason.
Yes. Okay, that is the end of the bracket. Take a gander at it one more time. Right now, let me know if you completely disagree with my decision. I'd love to hear your opinion. Josh, what are some honorable mentions?
So I was surprised by no, Clams wasn't on here.
Oh, I love clams.
Also, the Nasty Patty was not on here.
Oh yeah, that I noticed that. That was a really big bummer. I also think, I don't know why I love this episode, but I really love the Grandma's Cookies. That's a great one.
Oh yeah.
I also really like the one with the jellyfish dancing. I forgot what that one's called.
I'm surprised that wasn't on here.
What else? A lot of season. Oh, the snowball effect. I think that definitely should have been there.
Oh yeah.
That would have beat Band Geeks in my opinion.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think that's a great episode.
Wow.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm giving Band Geeks a bad rap. I'm not sure, but I definitely think I would definitely consider that. Overall, though, a great bracket. Josh, are you down to do another one? I think we should do it quicker than this one because this one took 45 minutes.
Oh wow, but yeah, I'm down.
All right, my old monk. So pull that up and we'll be back. Well, we won't be back, but I'm taking off the paper, so that's your last gander at it. Keen, you want more interactive decisions? All right. I don't know if I'll actually choose your one. If I
You know
don't,
what I have to say to that, Keen? Get out of here!
100% disagreed. We're at our most amount of people watching at a time. 4. We're now down to 3. Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. We're back at 4. Never mind. I think he heard us saying that and felt bad.
Yeah, let's get it up to 5, because 4 just ain't good enough for me.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys like this. Obviously, some of you may not watch it live, which is 100% respected.
Is it though?
This one was made by me and Josh. This isn't seated like the other one was, but for most of it, I wrote down a Disney / Pixar character, and he wrote down, or he said one, and I put it down. So we really weren't like figuring out what would be good matchups. We just said what we felt, or was.
Yeah. So these matchups and the characters involved are completely random.
They weren't. I was gonna seed them, but really couldn't find a non-biased area to seed them. So this is what we have.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
So my first impressions of this bracket is I'd like to make it known that Troy wrote it, hence the spelling mistakes.
Where do you see some spelling mistakes?
I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not gonna go down that road.
No, you've already half gone down there. The least you could do is end the road.
Well, first of all, I'm wondering who Lapso Hugs is.
What?
It says Lapso instead of Lasso.
That's Lotso. That's how you spell it.
But it's short for Lapso Hugs.
I didn't need to put lot. I just. Oh yeah. Oops. You know what? That's enough. All right. This is the Disney Character Bracket. If you like it, that's great. So do I. The first matchup, is that a good view? Oh, it is not. Sorry that it's a little crooked. I'm not perfect. Neither are you. So get over yourself.
Except for viewer number 2, you're pretty friggin' close.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's 3 of our viewers are the same person. So.
Yeah, I'm viewer number 2.
Oh wow, an arrogant boy. I see. What are you from? The Democratic Republic of Congo?
Nope, the Democratic Republic of the Turk.
Oh, that's a good place to go on a business trip.
Yeah, I've been. It's alright.
All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, let's do it. Our first matchup is Woody versus Marlin. What do you have? Some thoughts right away?
This sucks because Marlin is in. Well, I mean, he's in 2 videos. I just say 1. Marlin's in 2 movies, whereas Woody's in 4. So there's so much more Woody. And also, there's probably more Woody content than Marlin content. But it's a lot closer than you might expect for me.
I 100% agree. I'm not sure where I'm going with this one.
Because you might think right off the bat, oh, well, it's Woody. But Marlin, I think, like, his character of, like, the regretful, like, caring dad is so good.
I'm writing Marlin, and I say this because Woody is a great character. I agree, but not even talking about Finding Nemo, because like he's really not, no, Finding Dory, because he's really not necessarily important in that film. But I think that Marlin has a great character arc. Same with Nemo, the way they both realize that they were right. Like the problem with that family, they both realized that none of them were right, and they created this in between. And it's beautiful. And Woody, not that he doesn't have anything bad. I think I would maybe want to watch more of Woody because that's the way his character is. But when we're talking about a character, I think this has got to be Marmar.
Yeah, I'm going Marlin.
All right, we are gonna have to go quicker. So if we want to talk about him deeply, we talk about it at a deep battle, like Simba and Riley. I don't think any are amazing, but Riley's a piece of crap.
Yeah, I think Simba's amazing. I'm going Simba.
I mean, awful voice casting choice, but you know what? That's voice casting bracket.
Yeah. Also, if we're gonna talk about awful voice casting, then we're gonna have to talk about
You got
the
nothing.
guy who voiced Wally, because wow, what an annoying voice.
All right, we got Robin Hood versus Nala. Easy for me. You don't really get much content of Nala, and even if you did, I don't care. Robin Hood win.
I love Nala, but I have to go Robin Hood.
Yeah. All right, we got Lotso versus Mike Wazowski. Now this is a huge one. I gotta say, this is more massive than a good hunk of cheese.
Yeah, that's pretty massive.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a tough one, but not too tough. I know my decision.
I do feel like we should make a Disney Pixar villains bracket because I think it would make it far in there. But overall, when we're looking for a character, you want some comedy, and boy, does Mike bring it.
Yeah, Mike Wazowski for sure.
I think Lotso's great, but it's hard to compete against such a refined character. All right, we have Wally versus the Beast.
I don't even know if we have to talk about this one.
I was gonna say don't say anything, but there you go.
All right. Part of me is just tempted to not even say what I'm picking because it's so obvious.
No, I'm not saying anything. I think we know.
All right, same here. Moving on.
All right, I chose the Beast.
Yeah, I chose Wally. No, I'm just kidding. I have the Beast.
All right, next one we have Ralph versus Mr. Waternoose. Same thing with Lotso. It's just I think it would do better in a villains because the villains are different. But I think Ralph, I really like. He gets better at the end. I think there's a great character arc, a story to be told. The dog is ready. I'm gonna say Ralph is gonna beat Mr. Waternoose.
Wally, or can't see. Oh, we move on. Wait, so this is Wreck-It Ralph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I think Ralph is pretty annoying, and I love with Mr. Waternoose, so I'm going Waternoose.
Wow, and the autism comes out.
I have one line for you to change your mind. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
It's a good line, but it doesn't really apply to everyday life. I don't see myself saying that.
Oh, but you see yourself breaking the internet, huh?
He doesn't say that.
Get out of here.
I think I'm not even thinking about breaks the internet because boy, that was a swing and a miss. If you wanted a sequel, you could have vomited and made a better content than that. All right, we got Nick Wilde E, whatever it is, versus Remy from Rata Deep Up Beep 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 Boo Boo.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was Dr. Nick Riviera at first.
Yeah, that can happen. I think this is actually an extremely close one, but you know what? No guts, no glory. I'm going. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna let you talk for a little while because it's National Gay Month.
Oh, well then I should have talked the whole video. This is tough because I've watched Zootopia so much that I know Nick better than Remy. Oh, wow.
I think I'm going to make my decision. Remy, Nick, and Judy aren't great on their own. It's their combination. It's like a SpongeBob Squidward. I think them together really make each other. So I'm gonna say Remy is gonna win this one. But what do you guys agree? What do you think? Do you like Nick from Zootopia more or Remy from Ratatouille? Say it right now. I want to hear it. But Josh,
Yeah, let's hear it, Dean. I, for one, I'm gonna have to go with Nick by a little bit.
Interesting. Awful opinion, but once again, there's a reason why they see mine and not yours.
Exactly.
All right, this is a no-brainer. I love Mickey. I really do. Mickey's great, but you got to look at the whole storyline or its whole life, and he's gone downhill recently, or he did in like around the 2000s. I loved him in the beginning, and the genie, Robin Williams, perfect character, Genie Kahini.
Yeah, I'm going Genie.
All right,
Shout out to Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, you would be shouting out things.
Yeah.
What's next? Profanity?
Yep.
All right. In the top, what is that, right? We got Mulan versus Sully. This is kind of an easy one. You haven't even seen Mulan, so that's kind of a problem. But I'm saying Sully. Sully's just a better character, even though I really like Mulan.
Yeah, I could watch Mulan right now, and I wouldn't even need to discuss this. It's Sully.
All right, this is actually a tough one. Mufasa versus Mr. Incredible. Like, Mufasa, like, it's James Earl Jones, so he's already a great character. But, like, you don't really learn much. He's a pretty basic father figure. Not that that's anything against him, but he's definitely not unique. And Mr. Incredible, the Incredibles, and especially in the first one, really go deep into a family life, and it's really a very kind of a not much of a children's movie if you look at the deep of it. But and I think Mr. Incredible is a very deep character, so I'm kind of torn. I think I'm gonna go Mr. Incredible, but I'd love to see your opinion because I know you love both these movies.
Wow, I haven't heard that much can since I visited the Chemo Factory.
That doesn't exist. It's only Chemo World.
No, just kidding. Yeah, I get what you were saying, except to disagree with the Mufasa being a non-unique father figure. I'm going Mufasa. I'm just thinking of the scene with him in the clouds, like, reading them. And I'm thinking of Mr. Incredible sawing through his plate with a kitchen knife. And this is no disrespect to Mr. Incredible. I'm just being funny. I think he's a great character. But it's gotta be Mufasa.
Man, why is he on here, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know.
Makes you wonder, makes you think.
All right, we have Stitch versus Moana. Easy one, Stitchy.
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping to hear you insult Moana a bit more, but moving on, I got Stitch.
All right, I can handle it. Moana, look, all right, onions have layers. Shrek has layers. Moana, I'm just a girl trying to explore. What are you, Renee from Loop? I don't think so. No. Let's move on, please. Buzz versus Hercules. I'm gonna say Buzz real quick because I think Hercules is a good character, but he isn't very unique. Like, I could cook that up quicker than a jackrabbit.
Yeah, Buzz, moving on.
All right. I like this. Elsa versus Dumbo. You would think this is a no-brainer, and I agree, but I think we're switching the tables here. I think an elephant with large ears is better than a fully deep character known as Elsa. I'm going to say an elephant is better.
I'm gonna have to go Elsa. I just can't justify giving the win to animal, like, well, no, that's a stupid thing to say. It's not that it's because he's an animal. It's just that he's not like a Nick or a like Marlin type of animal. It's just like an elephant. So I can't justify it.
Oh, so now elephants are all incapable. Okay, tough guy.
Hey, Paul.
Before we start talking about the next matchup, which is Dory versus Donald Duck, I want you guys to think which one do you think would move on for you right now? Let me know. Meanwhile, me and Josh will twiddle our thumbs. All right, that's enough. If you haven't done it yet, then I don't know what to tell you. This one is. They're both annoying at times, but overall, you gotta love them.
I don't find them annoying.
Ever heard of My Opinion?
Ever heard of anger management?
Yes. I actually should be at it right now if you think about it. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Yeah. I'm 15 minutes late, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Oh gosh. I also don't get why the only 3 characters that begin with a D are all right next to each other, but that's not really relevant. I'm going Dory.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Dory as well. That's only because Ellen's watching the live stream right now. I don't want to get on her bad side.
I love Dylan and Jennifer.
All right, Nigel versus Lightning McQueen. Easy, Nigel. I think Lightning McQueen's a pretty trash character.
Really?
You've seen it here.
Is Nigel the fish in the aquarium in the dentist office?
No, that's the pelican.
Oh, Nigel's the pelican.
That's right.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gil. That just made my decision even easier then. I think I really don't get the hatred for Lightning McQueen. I think he's actually pretty incredibly deep. I'm going Lightning McQueen.
An arrogant young boy that turns out to be good. Man, I could print those out as much as I do with my newspaper.
Well, I mean, it's going up against a pelican with absolutely no character arc, so.
Okay, when you want when a side character, you don't expect deepness. You expect a deep story plot with Rex? No, you don't. He's there for comedy and comedy alone, and Nigel blows him out of the water. Same with Lightning McQueen.
Did you not sign my petition for Toy Story 5 focused on Rex?
Yeah, you mean the one where it's wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We have Penelope versus.
Speaking of spelling mistakes, Penelope.
You know, I was getting tired at that point. What were we, 5 minutes in of making this? It's Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph,
yeah,
I think it beats Merida. I think there's some. I got nothing against ye Irish. I'm a solid about Irish myself, but you know, Penelope just is better. I think Merida. They're trying so hard to do something and they complete it, but they go a little overboard. It's a little bit canned, it's not gonna lie. So I'm gonna say Penelope.
Oh man! All right, I think I've reached my breaking point with you. Not only am I picking Merida, but I can't wait to see your reaction when you see just how far Merida's gonna go.
Oh, so this is your epitome of a character? I want my own freedom!
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh dear. Alright, I have Marlin versus Simba. I believe you have the same thing.
Yeah, I stopped writing it down because I stopped caring. I'm just doing it based off memory now, so I got lazy. But I have Marlin versus Simba. See, this is tough for me because Lion King. I want all the Lion King characters to win.
What? I couldn't hear you. I was too busy writing my answer because it's easy. Marlin.
Oh, good one. Yeah, well, the viewers heard me, and they're the real important people.
Are you actually debating? You were debating Marlin versus Woody. and you're debating more on Marlin versus Simba? Are you that blind that you love the Jungle Book that much that this is? I mean, not the Jungle Book, the Lion King. You're blind. Well, not really. Sorry, I don't mean it, but I don't really get you.
Right, and I'm used to people being mentally challenged, so like this isn't shocking to me, your behavior right now. But I'll have you know that I'm actually gonna go Marlin, but I'd like to have you know that it was very close.
Sorry, I left the room thinking I would have to leave because I thought you were gonna choose Simba, but I'm glad you're a human.
Yeah, well, if you had left, then I guess you didn't hear that I actually did choose Simba.
No. Okay, Robin Hood's good, but Robin Hood isn't very deep. Mike is deep. He's deeper than a hole I digged in the backyard. I'm going Mike.
Well, this is another tough one.
Robin Hood doesn't have much. I like him as a character, but he doesn't make me laugh and make me see.
I'm going Mike Wazowski. Also, Robin Hood's character is based off other Robin Hoods, so it's not original.
Yeah. All right, we have the Beast versus Ralph. Once again, the Beast, you don't even need to talk about these things. Just the Beast just destroys as a Beast would.
I got the Beast versus Mr. Waterdews, and I'm going the Beast. For sure.
Mike Roch, good choice. Thanks, Keen.
Thank you.
All right.
Wait, what? Mike Roch, good choice.
Okay, so the next one, let's see your opinion. Remy versus the Genie. This is an obvious one for me. Genie Kahini.
Wait, you went Genie?
That is correct.
I got Nick versus the Genie. I guess I'll go the Genie.
I guess. If you need time, take it. Don't just make this some fake crap.
No, it's not fake. I'm being me and I'm being real, and I know you hate that because you the haters and the what.
And the green eggs and the soup?
Exactly.
So what do you say? Oh, sorry.
The Genie.
All right. We have Sully versus Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's deep, but Sully beats him.
I got Sully versus Mufasa. I got Sully.
That's right. See, notice how Lion King barely made it. It didn't even make it to the second round. Like, I mean, it didn't make it to the third round. I'm just saying, that the story, it's only story. The characters they're not there.
Yeah, I completely disagree with you, and I will until the day I die.
Yeah, that can happen. All right, we have Stitch versus Buzz. Stitch just can't be a fully fledged deep character. Buzz.
Yeah, I'm going Buzz. For obvious reasons.
All right, Dumbo versus Dory.
Elsa versus Dory.
Nigel versus Penelope. Nigel.
Lightning McQueen versus Merida, which is really the only two right options in this corner.
Wait, I smell something. I smell wrong.
Oh, yeah, sometimes your body will produce, like, wrong juice out of the wrong glands, and you can smell it on yourself.
Yeah.
I got Merida.
Ooh, Keen agrees with Sully. All right. Keen agrees with us choosing Sully.
Wow, he's a little behind there.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Next, I have Marlin versus Mike. This is a close one, but for some reason, I already know it.
I have Marlin versus Mike as well. This actually is a close one, and I don't know it.
It's close. I think Marlin's a lot more deep. Oh wait, Keen has a poem. The fish are blue. He always knew. That fish are fish no matter which. All right, thank you, but no thank you. Oh, wait, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Elmo has joined us.
Oh, we're being hijacked by bots now.
Okay,
Hi, Mr. Noodle.
I think Marlon's a deeper character, but Mike was deep at the end of Monsters University, and that's why he beats him, because he's also got that comedy element. So Mike is gonna win for me.
I like that reasoning process. Marlon's deeper, but I'm going with Mike. All right. Well, good thing I'm here.
I said comedy. Marlon doesn't have much comedy to him. Mike does. Mike is riddled with comedy.
Yeah, we'll grow up. Life's not about laughter. Oh gosh, what do I want here? They're very different.
They are very different. No, what else is different are brackets.
I'm gonna have to go Marlon. I wasn't expecting, he wasn't really on my radar for going so far, but the more I think about how good of a character he is, he might go pretty close to all the way for me.
Alright.
Marlon, I think, is definitely the best character in Finding Nemo.
100%. I think just Mike, I enjoy watching Mike more, even though I think Marlon's a better character, so it was really tough making that decision, and you know, I might regret it, but you know what, time's a moving. So next I have Beast versus Genie. I believe you have the same thing.
Yeah, Beast versus Genie. I feel like we're definitely gonna differ here, so I'm just gonna get mine out of the way. I'm going with the Beast.
Yeah, I'm going Genie. The Beast is great, but like when you see him as a human, you're like, no.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. The Beast as a human is an idiot, but then again, the Beast as a human isn't really the Beast.
Keen wants you, Josh, to say "Cants Pants" 10 times fast.
Cants pants, 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 cants pants. Nailed it!
All right, there you go.
All right, moving on.
All right, I have Sully versus Buzz. Honestly, they're both they're like, I personally think Mike Wazowski is the better one out of Sully, like out of those two, and I think Woody's better than Buzz. So these are both like the two main characters, but like the worst, but the second one. And I'm honestly gonna have to say Sully.
Yeah, I've got Sully over Buzz as well. Pretty clear cut for me.
All right, I have Dory versus Nigel. Nigel will eat Dory alive. In every, like, mentally, physically, emotionally, those kind of things. And anyway, physically.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Dory's a great character. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think she plays her part. I think she plays her part story wise, but I don't think I wasn't necessarily happy that there was a whole movie focused on her.
Interesting. That's one way of being wrong. I got Dory versus. There's a track here. I got Dory versus Merida. Huh.
Hey, if they want to see that video, I'll put it in the description.
Oh gosh, this might be different any given day, but I have to make a decision now, and that decision is going to be Merida.
All right, I don't like it, but I'll deal with it. All right, I think we for the semifinals, I have Mike versus the Genie. Easy, Mike.
Oh, we're in the semis already. Oh, you got Mike over the Genie?
Yeah, no brainer.
I have to remember what I even have. I got Marlon versus the Beast, and I'm going Marlon.
All right, next one. I like what you have there. There's just a lot of problems with it. No, I'm kidding. All right, I got Sully versus Nigel. Not gonna lie, Nigel's had a pretty easy route, and this just seems wrong. But Nigel's gonna be in the final.
Wow, I've heard lots of shocking things from you over my lifetime. That may have been the most shocking.
Watch 100 people do this. You're not gonna see people have the Nigel in their final.
I don't think most people would have had Nigel make it out of the first round.
People want us to do the loop tone, the. So would you want to do that, Josh? You're the best at it.
I'd love to. Is everyone ready?
No, but just do it.
All right.
All right, there you have it. What are you gonna choose?
No disrespect to Nigel, because I like him. I just don't get how a side character with no storyline whatsoever can make it to the final. But okay.
You also don't get why the sky is blue, but that's another story.
Yeah. I have Sully versus Merida. Huh.
Not gonna lie, I'm not a big Sully fan.
I'm a big Sully fan, but I think I agree that Mike is the better of the two.
Oh, we just lost 2 viewers quick.
I feel like Merida, the stronger character. I feel like in good conscience, I have to say Merida.
Okay. You know what? I knew Merida would make it far for you, because all she does really want is a freedom. Okay.
I don't know if you can judge there, Mr. Nigel.
All right, we have in the final Mike versus Nigel for me. What do you have?
I have Marlon versus Merida.
This is an easy one. Mike. I will say that if Marlon beat Mike, Marlon would have won as well. And I think if you asked me 20 minutes after this video, there's a big chance that I would say, I'd say Marlon. So honestly, I think Mike and Marlon are probably the 2 best characters. And, I decided to go with Mike on the live stream. So there you have me. That's my story. What about you, my buddy?
All right. Merida's fantastic. But in the end, it's coming up all Marlon, baby. Coming into this bracket, I had no idea that he was going to be my number 1. And to be fair, there are plenty of Disney Pixar characters that weren't even in the bracket who could be better than Marlon. I'm just not thinking of them. But out of this batch, surprisingly, I think Marlon's the best one for sure.
Honestly, we both kind of, I know I had Mike, but now that I'm thinking about it now, probably should have chose Marlon, but what are you going to do? So we kind of had, I think we were more close on this one overall, which is very appealing to my nose.
Yes, it's also appealing to my olfactory glands.
100%. All right. 10%. This is the end of our bracket. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Obviously, if we want another character one, there's plenty of more characters that were not involved in this one. I'm also thinking of doing a villains. If you guys like these brackets a lot, let me know. As we're about to hit 1 hour and 20 minutes, I'm going to have to end it here. Josh, do you want any last words?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, which would be pretty hard because I really enjoyed it. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, so this is the end of the stream. Thank you guys for watching. If you want another one, let me know in some form. Comments, there's plenty of ways to contact me. You don't get to know any of them, but other than the comments, that's it. So, thank you guys for watching the video or live stream. You know, I'm not used to this, but I'm glad you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Oink, oink, oink. Chicken.
Wow.